Good morning, beautiful beings. Just taking a moment to drop in. And just as we're taking this moment, I would encourage all of us to select and tune into an I am for yourself for our time together today and for the whole day. So just kind of just go inside. You're all very intuitive. And allow that I am to tune you in and to tune you up. Raise your vibration. And then expand that vibration out in all directions, into the earth, into the sky, right to left, front to back. How wide and deep and up and down can you go with this field? And allow your I am for the day to kind of come through in waves. Come through in waves. And then begin to focus on your root chakra as you say your I am. So planting it in that root chakra and allowing it to upgrade the vibration there. What is being possibly held there? And then move up to your second chakra, sacral center. And feel and tune in to how that I am shifts the frequency in that center. And then move up to your solar plexus. Allow that I am frequency to filter through your expression, experience of yourself as density. So through that vehicle, that body. And then allow your I am for the day to move up to the heart center. And allow that I am to embody itself into the heart and anchor there and feel it and own it and know it. And feel as it moves up from that root chakra to all the chakras. It's kind of like it's like a fountain. So it moves up, next center, then it gets to the heart. And this is where you want to be your I am for the day. So you're owning it for you. And then it moves out into your field. And then that field is a vibration that actually creates an uptick for the space around you, your home, your people, your four-leggeds. You create a feel is so important to learn how to do and to really celebrate your ability to do this. Celebrate your I am. And each I am has a vibration. It's going to shake loose any contradiction to it. And it's going to bubble up in front of you. And you got to go, oh, there it is. There's my contradiction. Wow, yes. And you have to go yes about it rather than, oh no. You have to go yes. Oh, thank. Divine oneness. Now, you can keep it anchored here. You can keep it anchored here. Or you can, depending on what you're needing to do for the day, you can bring it here, third eye, crown, and the beautiful extra centers way above, soul star, etc. today we're going to keep it anchored here, just in unity with each other. And knowing that we are now quantum influencers. Quantum influencers. This is what we're doing. We've seen the results of it over and over and over again. Quantum influencer. We're going to take and link all of us together into a field. And we're going to move that vibration onto the quantum first for the planet. And I say first, you'll see. So as a field, know that by linking with the IC field, you're linking with each other. It's all one through that I am. And I'm guided to hold a big space for all of us. And now it begins to shift us into 5D consciousness. This is what happens. It sometimes takes a village, and we're being a little village right now. And reality is beginning to shift into a more crystalline matrix. And now we begin to move our shift to that field into consciousness of the planetary upgrade, the 5D upgrade. So we align with the planet as a 5D frequency-based reality. And we just hold it for a few minutes. Resonate, resonate, resonate as your I am. And do it with grace and confidence. There you go. Very good. We're sharing the abundance of the I am. And we're anchoring this field into planetary upgrade. And 5D Earth is welcoming us. Welcoming us. And we're perhaps maybe even to tune into the six-sided crystalline matrix. Six-sided crystalline matrix that is able to hold way more upgraded frequency than our 3D, 4D. Way more. There's a sparkle to it. And we're creating, if you will, an invitation for all beings implanted in Earth reality to upgrade. It's an invitation. And now in this matrix, this 60 matrixed world, now offer your I am again. So there's an offering and then there's an acceptance. You are received. I am a place to receive. This is the initiating tenet of the divine feminine. And this realm, this world, this earth, this new earth that is upon us now is a place to receive us. So I welcome you to be received. Welcome you to be received. And beam your configuration. Beam your configuration into this upgraded planetary grid. Beam it. And you may even say, I am released from density Earth. It's a choice. I am released from density Earth. And allow your root chakra now to align with and as this new matrix. Beautiful. So this alignment is a choice and it's a practice. It's particularly powerful if we do it in a group. It just helps because it's so new. But you may find moments where you're actually called as you move around, as this vehicle continues to maintain presence in appearances on 3D Earth. I believe that you will be called to your I am of the day. You may invest in a I am for the week or the month because some of these are very powerful and producing deep results in our resolution of density. And sometimes we're just able to hold it because we're able to hold it. So I'm going to give you about a minute to find your way back to eyes open, and we'll have a little chat. Perfect. Perfect. So this is I love this celebrating the I am divine feminine. I love this celebration. And um, we um, we've been investigating a number of these, and I believe last time we ended in I am will. So I'd like to go back to that because will is that force that allows us to make decisions and move forward. To tune in intuitively when we can. Sometimes we just have to make a decision right there. But when we can do that alignment and tune in, really feel into it, and then move forward with that force that I am well. And one would have thought maybe, oh, isn't will a divine masculine thing? Isn't that being used all over the planet? But no, really, now it's a very deep internal feminine expression. Just ask any mama bear. She's got the will to protect. So now we're in this it's kind of a mental conundrum, isn't it? because we're talking about two Earths. We're talking about a time split. And we're new at this. And it just really, by my incoming information, it just happened around solstice. And if we think about it, the Mayans were really, tuned into this. And someone pointed out to me that the Mayans, that civilization was very advanced with their understanding of astronomy and mathematics and building and many, many things. And all of a sudden they disappeared. And what they're saying, what someone said, and I've heard this is true about the Anasazi, that they can't find the skeletons to account for how many just disappeared. And somebody wrote a very interesting book. It was a novel, and it just basically how the Anasazi went into the fourth dimension. Just moved from 3D to 4D, probably 4.5, because we're 4D includes time. And these are all things to ponder, because here we are, in these meditations being asked to fuel with our consciousness and awareness the emerging into conscious frequency, this second Earth. And really, and I'm going to say this over and over again, this is not anything that's a new idea. I've read, I won't say many, but I'm going to say I have 5 to 6 references from different sources from as far back as 30 years ago. The book was written. So here we are. It's exciting. It's important. It's very important for our evolution. It's very important on our pathway to ascension, to true ascension, to true self-realization. And I don't know how it's all gonna play out. I don't know. I'm in that curious mode, just like all of you are. And I will tell you, I think most of you know this, that I was called to the new earth. And to do that, I had to die. I was laying down and I had to kind of go, okay. Instantaneously, I was there and I was standing and I was kind of moving my arms around and going, wow. And there really wasn't anything there except there wasn't anything there except this glowing crystal world. And it was dark. The sky was dark. And then I came back, and in a split second, I was back. And then I've been having other experiences here and there. They're not scary. They're like, wow, they're not scary at all. And then I believe, I might have shared that I had an experience of a red-tailed hawk coming to me in a gathering with a bunch of people. I mean, literally, it was like right there. And it just kept calling at me. And my friend says, that hawk has something to say to you. And so I went and stood under the tree, and I just, first of all, I offered my greetings and gratitude, because that's one of my power animals, red-tailed hawk. I'm really quite aligned with them. And, under this tree, and I'm like, so finally I got my mind to be quiet. Very important in this process, to empty thought. And it just looked down at me, and it kind of made a sound, and I heard, "Can I go with you?" And I had just the day before been talking about this very subject with my friends. And it's like, can I go with you? And I go, of course. And it looked at me and it kind of almost like a little nod, and it jumped up and it did a 180 and it flew off. So these are just kind of mysterious incidences that have happened. And what we're doing here is we're influencing the quantum. Now, the quantum goes well beyond, as any of us can imagine. It goes well beyond what we see and experience here. It's unfathomable. And you look out in the sky and you see your stars, and you look on those beautiful pictures that are coming through from NASA. You're like, wow, so big, so expansive. Wow. You know what? I was shown. What we're seeing out there is it's a gridded manifestation on the quantum. I was kind of taken behind the curtain, if you will, for a moment and shown it's just a waveform. Everything that we're seeing and experiencing. So hard to wrap our minds around this. No, no, no. This is dense. This is right here. Come on. Yes, yes. It's a really, really good version of a reality format. But I saw it. It was like a beautiful sheet of stars flapping in the wind. That's what it looked like to me. So, why are we gathering? Because we're being called to. And we're being called to be quantum influencers. We don't know how this is going to work out. I do know that we've collectively had a very powerful influence on the weather. And just about the time I'm thinking, it's getting a little dry around here, and I work with either this group or my yoga group of 8 or 9 or 10, then we get the manifestation. We get the manifestation. So we're gonna go through a little bit more of our divine feminine, so you have more choices. So remembering I am will and feeling that inside of you. Oh, it's that empowered intentionality. And it's really interesting. I was introduced to the potential of I am, at age 20. And I am the soul, I am light divine, I am love, light, I'm love, I'm will. I'm fixed design. Now, the fixed design to me doesn't work anymore. We're not a fixed design, we're an evolving design. It's related to our soul purpose. But there it was, I am will. But you know what? They wrote it differently. Small a, small m, meaning I aspire to be will. I aspire to be light. I affirm that I can be love. Small a, small m. But when we say it this way, we are aligning with the oneness that is the quantum. The vibratory, energetic expression of that which we cannot even comprehend, which is so dimensionally complex and yet so simple. Ecstatic bliss love, something like that. So I am well is a very good one. And it means that whatever you're holding as your intent to be of purpose here on this, in this sequence of moments we call time, in this definition of vibration we call space and density, this is very powerful. So I invite you to I am well. In addition, we have I am chaos. Now, why would anybody want to be chaos? Chaos is everything that we look out and see. You look out at any tree, that chaos, that irregularity of every tree, it's individuation. Chaos is individuation. You look at a shoreline. You can't take any tiny little section of that shoreline and blow it up, and any section of that and blow it up, and any section of that and blow it up, and have any of it look alike. Unless we've gone in there and plowed it. And even then, nature is going to take care of that, right? You couldn't look at any tree. I don't care if you take, a seed and it splits into two and it grows. Both sides are going to be irregular. So in a way, I was told that chaos gives way to beauty. Imagine being in a city where everything's squared and tall, and there are no green plants. There's no water sources flowing. You don't want to be there very long, do you? Now you put yourself out in the forest, you're looking around and you're like, wow, this is beautiful. Now, here's the other thing about chaos. Chaos is a recipe for higher order. So if you take water and it's frozen, it's in a very, especially if you're looking at it as a cube, but it becomes into a formation that's very, very solid. Very, very 3D, if you will. And then it melts or you melt it and the water begins to flow. And that's a different kind of configuration if you look under a microscope. But then you add energy to it, and you have to add energy to water to get it to change to its next form, which is steam. And then the next form is evaporation. And that becomes it goes into unified. So when you add energy to chaos, add energy into chaos, like, okay, your room is messy. And you go, I'm going to add energy to this room today. And you go and you look at this and put this here and that there. Adding energy to chaos gives a new order. And subsequently, it can be beautiful. So I am chaos also can inspire the artist. It's just looking at some art that was chaotic, and some of it we go, oh, I love that, that's beautiful, and some of it is abstract paintings. People just do their thing. It's expressive. So we don't want to live necessarily chaotic lives, or we're not really manifesting anything, but we can embrace chaos as a pathway to beauty. And this brings us to beauty. I am beauty. It's a lovely thing to pronounce in our quiet moments as feminine presences, is it not? Not that I am beautiful, or I seek to be beautiful, or I got to do my hair so that I look better. It's not that. It's that very, very internal thing. I am beauty. way more powerful, way more empowering than I'm beautiful. Because to say I am beautiful can pull you into the world of illusion. And it can pull you into the trap that we see out there. As a female being and as a male being, if you're not beautiful, sometimes it feels harder to get connection. But it's really interesting. I see people all in my practice, and there's some that, have all the whatever it is that we define as beauty, and some not. And some of the ones that come in are not. I really feel them and what's coming from inside, and so do their partners. So I see all kinds of people having partners, and some of those beautiful people I know are having a hard time. So we put that all aside and go, yes, this is something that we are viewing. When you start to say, I am beauty, be aware that that could contradict some things that, some memories or some things that have happened at you or to you in this world. It could contradict it, and it could bring it up. It could bring it up. And that's good. Then you're like, oh my gosh, yes, when I was 12 or when I was, a teenager or when I was, in my 20s, and, let it come up, because now you can release it from density to become that which you sought. Okay. We're gonna give it another. Let's see what else we've got. Perhaps one more. Oh, I love this one. Essence. I am essence. It takes you so deep in, doesn't it? I am essence. So, oh, and it's decided to go to I am innocence. Maybe the two of those go together. Yeah, well, let's do it then. Let's put one in one hand. I'm going to put innocence in my left hand. I'm going to put essence in my right. And let's close our eyes in this beautiful grouping, that we are. I am innocence. I am essence. That innocence makes us, or gives us the opportunity to feel vulnerable. And open and perhaps even curious. And I am essence comes from the deepest part of ourselves, does it not? And now, as a field, let's offer this dyad of frequencies. Because innocence opens the door, if you will, to the I am. You look at a baby, they're pure God. And essence is what they brought in to the world. And so let's flow this out to all of the beautiful new beings who are being born upon the earth at this time, to embrace their innocence, and to know their essence, and to move forward with their purpose here, their purpose here as planetary essences to anchor this new manifestation, this new configuration of this absolutely gorgeous planet. So we embrace this. Bring them together into a namaste. See if you can find your innocence today. See if you can drop into that. And then let me know what comes through. Mm.